Predictions for the year coming up 2025 based on the numerology of just your date of birth. No astrology birth chart is required. I have been doing these videos, the annual predictions based on the method, for the last 3 years, and each of these videos have received a lot of positive views and feedback. So continue watching, because today I will show you how to calculate your personal year number and also make some general predictions on what you can expect in 2025. Hello everybody, I'm Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very, very warm Namaste. Aham Brahmasmi. In numerology, it is believed that each year of your life follows a set pattern that can be described as part of a 9-year personal year cycle. Now, this personal year cycle is 9 years long and it is repetitive. So each cycle begins with personal year number 1 and it progresses to personal year number 2, then personal year number 3, and so on until personal year number 9 is reached and the 9-year cycle is completed. After that, an entirely new 9-year cycle begins again. And this just keeps going on and on and on for the total life. So our life is basically a series of several 9-year cycles that run one after the other. Now, each year within this 9-year cycle has its own unique energy and vibration based on the number of the year. To clarify this further, the vibrational energy of year number 1 is going to be very different from the energy of the year number 2, because 1 and 2 are very different numbers. Now, since I'm a Vedic astrologer, I also associate each number with its corresponding planet in astrology. So this combination of numerology and astrology provides a rather accurate indication of the influence and events that each year could possibly have on an individual's life. It actually provides the theme for each year. So the actual calendar year numbers will also have a very big influence, which means that every 9-year cycle will have some variation and its own uniqueness because of the calendar year numbers having an impact. Now, it's very important to know which personal year number you are going to be in when a new year starts. The reason is that if you work in accordance with the significations and vibrations of your own personal year number, it allows you to progress smoothly. Whereas if you resist or fight that energy, it can lead to disharmony and maybe even some failure in what you want to achieve. So let's quickly see how to figure out your personal year number, and then I will do my predictions based on year numbers 1 to 9. At this time, let me remind you that I always have timestamps on my video in my pinned comment. And at this time, also let me remind you that if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And if you like this video, please do give me a like and definitely share this with friends and family. So now let me show you how to calculate your personal year number. It's very, very simple. A small child could do it, so don't be scared at all. Now, all you need to do is add the month and the day of your birth to the present year. By present year, I mean the year you are wanting to do the prediction for. So in this case, we will add it to the year 2025 because that's what we're trying to do predictions for. So we will simply add the month and date of your birth to the year 2025. As an example, if someone was born on March 12th, then they would add 3 for March because it's the 3rd month, and 12 for the date, and 2 plus 2025. So it would be 3 plus 12 plus 2025. You can add each number separately. So it would be 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, and that would be 15. Now, in numerology, the principle is that you have to keep adding up the result until you are reduced to a single digit. So in this case, we add one more time because our result is 15, and that's not a single digit. So we have to add 1 plus 5 of the 15 equal to 6. So the personal year is going to be 6. Now I'm going to show you 2 more examples on the next 2 panels in case you want to pause the video at that time and just take a minute to understand it a little better. So next 2 panels, 2 more birth date examples If you haven't understood it yet, then you can just pause the video and just kind of look at it, and it will have a better, and you'll probably be able to understand it a little better. Now that you know where exactly you are in your 9-year cycle, because you know what your personal year number will be in 2025, but you also need to understand one more thing. And in numerology, the year 2025, because that's going to have an impact on everybody. So 2025 means that you add up 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, and that is equal to 9. So the year 2025 is going to be signified by the number 9. So I'm going to mention overall what 2025 signifies, because it vibrates to the energy of number 9, and 9 is represented by the planet Mars. So overall, all of us will have some impact of Mars, regardless of what a personal year number we're going to be in. Mars is a warrior planet and rules our physical body. It denotes taking action, and it signifies fire, passion, energy, and vitality. And it also represents land and real estate. On the negative side, it represents fires, aggression, fighting, wars, and blood diseases, and also accidents. So we may actually experience some of that this year in the world. The war situation that is currently going on could get out of control and escalate. More countries could get involved. There can also be some natural disasters relating to fire, and even earthquakes, land-related disasters. And there could be some devastating accidents as well. So everybody needs to drive carefully. The other thing is, I think most people will start taking care of their bodies, taking care of their health very carefully. They may let go of bad habits, because 9 is the last number out of the 1 to 9 series. So this is where you let go. So number 9 is the number of finality and closure, where you let go of bad habits. So it's a very good year where people decide that they're going to let go of all the bad habits. They're going to take good care of their bodies. And probably that's going to be a focus for most people in the world, where they feel that they need to take better care of their health. A lot of people may join gyms. A lot of people may do active physical workouts as well. So this is the general energy of the year 2025, and it's going to impact more or less almost everybody. And now, but you also have to take into account, like I said, your own personal year number. So when I make predictions, I have taken the impact of Mars for each personal number. So watch my predictions now and go to the right personal year number and listen to it for your own self, for your friends and family as well. If you're going to be having a personal year number 1, then you will have a combined impact of Sun and Mars. Now, last year for you was a number 9 of finalization and completion. So now as you start a brand new cycle, you're bursting with ideas and energy on what you want to do moving forward. Both Sun and Mars are fire signs of fire planets, indicating dynamic energy, growth, and passion. Last year could have been a year of deep emotion and confusion, and like I said, closing out of things. This year is all about your courage, new interests, experiences, and goals. You now understand where you have been in the last 9-year cycle, where you are now, and this year is about where you would like to be. So this year is the time for vision and planning. Make very good plans and start taking action, because you are the leader this year. You can move forward with confidence, which you're going to have lots of confidence, and determination. That's going to be the year of courage and determination. Now, the first few months can have some emotional turmoil, but then the ball starts rolling, and then you go ahead with this courage, aura, and determination, and with a clear head. Be open-minded, very organized, and very focused. This is the year of opportunities. This year, my guidance to you is to control your extra aggression, anger, and ego, because that's a possibility that happens. People may be hesitant to come too close to you because you may be unknowingly giving others the impression of being unapproachable. So let's see what else is in store for you. Listen to the predictions. If you're going to have a personal year number 1, then you're going to be ruled by Sun and Mars both. Now, both these planets have very high energy, so this is going to be a fabulous year for you, because It's going to be the year of new beginnings and new initiatives. You should do whatever it is that you have been planning to do for a long time. This is the year to plan, and not only plan, but move forward with action plan, action steps, and start to move forward with that. You're going to have a lot of good energy, determination, and the confidence to make things happen. So make sure you make full use of this year. Now, this is also going to be the year of physical transformation for you, because Mars means your physical body. So it's a very good year to make personal changes in your health, in your body. If you had any habits or health habits that you wanted to get rid of because they were not good for your health, then this is the year where you start good health habits. Starting an exercise program would be wonderful for your health, and one of the best things that you can do this year, the whole year, is to do the sun salutation, which is a yogic exercise. In Hindi it's called the Surya Namaskar. Now do it as frequently as your health permits it. Make sure it's okay with your doctor, but it has the ability to bring very positive results for you this year. Individuals that are employed in the government sector or any of the military factions, police, security personnel, will do exceptionally well this year, and there's also a chance of very good recognition for you in your career field. And that is the reason is that Mars signifies people that wear uniforms, people that deal with those kind of professions that have uniforms, that fight, or that do protection of any kind of services. And the sun represents the government. Also, medical personnel and healers do exceptionally well, because sun represents medical healers and personnel, so they have excellent chance of doing really well this year. And you're going to be very, very busy this year as well. So all those individuals in those careers are going to be doing well and going to be very busy. If anybody was looking for any benefit from the government, then this is the year you should apply for it, because there's a very good chance you're going to get it. You're going to show everybody what you're capable of and what your abilities are. Now, homemakers can also assert themselves by showing how capable they are managing others, more than just what you do day to day. So this is the year of recognition and respect. So you're going to earn the respect of others by showing what else you can do besides what you do every day. If you're employed and you've been looking for a leadership role or getting a promotion, this is certainly the year you can do it. But the one thing I'm going to tell you is to be very hardworking, because Mars means very hardworking. Also have a very, very good relationship with your boss and your seniors at work. Manage your aggressiveness and your ego at work. Control that very, very carefully, otherwise there can be no success. And also have a very good rapport and relationship with your seniors at work. Show them the due respect, otherwise there can be very negative consequences. As far as health is concerned, health and immunity will be very, very good. Those individuals that have blood or heart related issues, you need to stay calm, manage your stress well so it doesn't show up in your health. Also, this year you need to manage your relationships with your male siblings and friends very carefully. Your ego and aggressive and bossy attitude has the ability to get out of control and rub people the wrong way this year. So be aware, laziness and procrastination, there's no room for that this year. It's the year to plant the seeds for what you want to reap in the future. Control your ego, aggressiveness, and maintain a very, very positive attitude and behavior. If you are going to have a personal year number 2, then you will have a combined influence of the calm, watery moon along with the very fiery Mars. Both are very conflicting energies. This year you become emotional, moody, calm, and controlled 1 minute, and then next minute you're fiery, angry. So don't be insecure in love and relationships. The moon wants you to stay very calm and relaxed. Let go of the stress by letting your emotions flow freely. You are coming out of a number 1 year last year, which you may have initiated new things. You may even maybe even have enjoyed some solo success, or you may have enjoyed being in the spotlight, or you may have had some visibility. Now this year, it's not all about you. It's about partnerships. In fact, this year connects the past, present, and the future. So you now accept your past, you start living in the present moment, and at the same time, you start putting into action the goals that you have set up for yourself for the future. And these could be goals that you may have set up last year. So do it slowly, calmly, and with the input and wisdom of your partner. The growth may be just a little slow, so be patient. Don't get frustrated or impatient. Maintain secrecy about your goals and desires and your personal life, because there is the danger of competitiveness around you. Make sure you drink lots of water and stay close to your mother. Shower her with love and respect, and that will be your key to good luck this year. So let's keep listening to other specific predictions and details. If you're going to have the personal year number 2, then you're going to be under the influence of the planet Moon with the impact of the planet Mars. Now, normally Moon represents your mind and your emotions, but now with the impact of Mars, your emotions are going to have a sense of frustration in them, and you also may become extra sensitive this year. You will be strong and have passionate emotions and will express yourself rather freely or even aggressively at times. You may be extra sensitive this year, and you may be quick to anger, but will cool down fast and then forgive easily. So control your aggressive tendencies this year, because this is the year of relationships. Number 2 means partnerships. So this is the year of not only relationships, but working in partnerships. You're not going to be working solo this year like you were last year. You will need to be sensitive to the needs of others, or there can be unnecessary fights and arguments and be ending up with hurt feelings. So work well with others rather than being demanding and aggressive. Now, in the workplace, there can be competitive people around you. So don't share your ideas and goals with too many people and keep them to yourself. At the same time, make sure you're working well within a team, and also make sure that you're getting good advice and good relationship with your partner. Frequently, I have seen that in a number 2 year, people either find their soulmates. A lot of people, single people, find that special someone, or get engaged or married in a number 2 as well. Remember, 2 is the year of partnerships, so a lot of partnerships form in a number 2 year. These can also be business partnerships. So if you're trying to start a business with a partner, this is the perfect year to do that. Just understand that Mars is impacting this year as well. So don't get aggressive with your partner, whoever that is, a love partner or a business partner, and try to work in accordance with them. Some of you may even relocate due to the purchase of real estate. This year, the focus could be the relationship with your mother if you're lucky enough to still have her in your life. Make sure you maintain a very positive relationship with your mother, and also take very good care of your mother's health. Don't argue with her or force her to do things your way. This can damage the relationship between you and her, and also you may get into power struggles with her. This can also damage the energy of this year, because the moon represents your mother. So it's very important that you share a very, very positive relationship with her and ask her to bless you every day. For those individuals that don't have a mother in their life at this time, this could apply to a motherly figure that may actually come into your life, or it may already be in your life at this time, and that could be a focus, or this same things could actually apply to that individual as well. Relationship with your brother or brotherly figures could be a focus this year as well, and you can benefit from the support of your brothers this year as well. Now, this year you can have some health issues related to digestion, especially in the first few months of the year. So avoid spicy food, try to eat very healthy, and drink lots and lots of water for emotional as well as physical health. As the new year starts, the first few months could be a little bit challenging at the emotional level. You may feel frustrated, or you may even feel a little depressed, but don't worry about too much at all. In fact, as the year moves forward, things start to look up very nicely, and you will start to attain the mental peace and clarity that I'm talking about. Make sure this year you drink lots and lots of water so that your emotional health can be maintained. Try meditation, and that will definitely help stabilize the energy of the moon. If you're going to have a personal year number 3, then you will have a combined influence of the planet of wisdom and growth, that's Jupiter, along with the action-oriented planet Mars. Now, both these planets are very friendly with each other, and Mars considers Jupiter its coach and guru, so it follows the right path under its guidance. This is a powerful, very favorable year. And so that will be the theme for you this year. Your personality shines and you have a magnetic aura, and you always have lots of good wisdom this year. Now, this year you have the desire and the drive along with the wisdom, so you will take the correct decisions and move forward to do what makes you happy and achieve your goals. Take advantage of it. You will have the energy to work hard, and if you're not sure or what or how to do things, you will find a very wise guru or a mentor that shows you the best and appropriate path to follow. This is a happy year where you can achieve growth and success with your hard work and wise choices. Staying close to the divine and asking for their blessings will be very crucial to your happiness and success this year. That's going to be a ticket for your luck this year as well. Visiting religious places will also be very beneficial, and a lot of you may actually do that. Let's see what else is in store for you, so keep watching. If you're having the year number 3, then you're going to be ruled by Jupiter as well as Mars, and that is one of the most auspicious combinations because both Jupiter and Mars are friendly to each other, so they give the best results. This is the year where you can see growth and abundance come to you. The reason for that will be that you're going to take action, and you're going to take those actions with a lot of wisdom and intelligence, because Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, growth, and abundance, and Mars is action. So you're going to take those actions that are going to be very, very good for you. Now, this is the time that you strategize, take action for all the things that you've been desiring for a long time. And even if you don't have the wisdom yourself, you're going to miraculously find somebody like a coach or a guru or a mentor that gives you this good advice, and then you take the action accordingly. A number 3 year is also very good for getting engaged or married, but especially more, it's very good for having children, for those couples who want to have a child. Overall, it's a wonderful year for advancement in your profession and career. Now, the best way for you to get the growth and abundance is due to your wisdom and understanding. But the one thing that you need to use is your creativity. Jupiter represents creativity. So come up with new ideas, new things, new ways to handle things in the workplace. Suggest them to your people at work. And then you could get recognition for that if your good ideas, your wisdom. Provide help to others in the workplace. Make sure you don't keep everything to yourself. Make sure you help others that need help. And that's going to be very noticed this year. And so you're going to be recognized for that as well. The other thing that's going to happen this year is you're probably going to get drawn to the spirituality or your religion, and that's going to be your ticket for your good luck as well. So stay close to your faith and divine, and you actually may be very interested in pursuing that sort of thing. You may find like a new spiritual guru. You may find you may want to go deeper into your own religion, but maintain positivity everywhere you go. This is not the year to be negative, because Jupiter means everything positive, everything benefic and auspicious. So you need to maintain a lot of positivity and positive energy. Don't backbite, don't say negative things about people, because that starts to take away that energy of Jupiter that you have this year. This is also the year where you socialize, and there's an excellent chance that your social or professional network starts to increase, which is growth and abundance in the group of people you know. Not only will you expand your social and professional network, but these people that you now begin to know, new people even, will be very supportive of you, and you will be respected by them, because you probably will be seen or viewed as a wise person, because this is the year you're going to appear, you're going to have the wisdom. So there will be a lot of people that may come to you for advice. So be prepared to give good advice to others. Like I said, being helpful this year is going to get you a lot of good luck. Now, one of the things you have to be careful about is your health, because Jupiter is a significator of the diseases or health issues that deal with the glands. So those could be diabetes, thyroid, or asthma, and any other, obesity related issues also. So if you're prone to that, then those could escalate this year. But if you don't have those, then you really have nothing to worry about. But one of the other things that may happen is you may tend to eat a lot this year, because that's the impact of Jupiter. I mean, it's not a problem or anything, but if you're worried about that, just become conscious of it. Overall, the number 3 year is one of the best years out of the 9 years. So take full advantage of it by making good decisions, following through on your goals and desires with actions, and staying happy and providing positivity to everyone around you. If you are going to have a personal year number 4, then you will have the combined influence of that demon planet Rahu, along with the very hot, fiery energy of Mars. These two planets together can produce quite a volatile, combustive energy that can give off a few sparks and fireworks. They are both very impulsive and they can take sudden and even risky decisions and actions at times. This year, you need to manage your impulsiveness and control your impatience and anger if you want to have a successful year. There is a lot of scattered energy this year, so you may be confused because you either have too many goals or none at all. So you first need to identify the most important goal you want to have or achieve this year, and then have a specific action plan to achieve it. You will need to have a set routine, be efficient and organized. As you set your focus on this one specified goal, you move forward very fast to achieve this goal, because the energy is very potent for you to achieve your desires and wishes. Just make sure you don't lose your focus or your effort. This year can actually be a life-changing year for you. Break free from all the things that are holding you back or what doesn't work for you, and just move forward with all the extra energy this year gives you. There can be obstacles this year, but you have the determination and energy to break through them. This year, you break all the old norms and become a new person. Let's hear what else you can expect this year, so keep listening to my predictions. If you're going to be ruled by the personal year number 4, then you're going to be under the impact of the planet Mars and the shadow planet Rahu, which is the north node. Now, both of these together provide probably a very volatile combination that can be quite frustrating at times, because they're both very fiery, they're both very set in their ways, and they both are very goal-oriented and action-oriented. So this is going to be a year where you could probably get a little bit aggressive. You maybe have bouts of anger and impatience also. But also this year could be a year of suddenness, where sudden events happen. One of the things that you're going to have to be a little careful about this year is that you can't be impulsive and be very, very goal-oriented towards a lot of things. And when I say goal-oriented, I'm actually saying obsessive. So try not to be obsessive about too many things that are going on as far as desires, material desires are concerned. The best way to handle this year would be to focus on one goal that you need to achieve this year, and then just put an action plan together to achieve that goal. Otherwise, you could get very frustrated because you try to get confused and frustrated because you're trying to chase too many things at the same time, and then you're confused, you're frustrated because you're running here and there trying to achieve a lot of things, and then probably in the end you achieve nothing. One of the things that you need to understand is that this is Rahu, or the demon planet, is very famous for being associated with scams, scamsters, fraud. So be careful not to fall for scams, especially involving real estate and investments, the financial kind of fraud. So don't take financial advice from others, especially if you don't know them, or especially if they're new people. You need to do your own checking out before you do any financial investments or real estate matters, and make sure you don't fall for that kind of stuff. Also, don't get involved in any unethical or illegal businesses where there's a chance of getting caught. This year you will definitely get caught, because that's just the year when it comes together with Mars. Mars represents the people that wear uniforms like cops and stuff. So when you put Mars and Rahu together, anything illegal you do, you are going to get caught. Also, Rahu represents things that you do out of the norm, so foreign things. So for people that are wanting to go out of the country, travel out of the country, go to foreign lands, or even relocate to foreign lands or buy investment property, real estate in a foreign land, this is the absolute perfect year to do that. So this is not all bad. There's a lot of good in here too. So people that want to relocate to foreign countries, perfect time to do that. Want to invest in a foreign country, perfect time to do that. Just don't fall for the scams. Also, just be aware that this year there could be roadblocks and obstacles, but you're going to have a lot of good energy of Mars to be able to overcome all those obstacles. So don't get worried too much. One of the other things is make sure you have very good relationship with your in-laws as well as your paternal grandparents. That's who Rahu represents. Don't get into fights and arguments with them. And also there could be some sleep disturbance, stress and headaches. So make sure you have very good health habits and you take care of your overall health. Personal year number 4 can go either way. It can go really, really well as far as goal achievement is concerned, as long as you follow the path and you stick to the norm, you don't get distracted. Or it can go kind of sideways, because if you get too scattered, your thoughts are too scattered and your goals are not finalized, then you could just get very confused and not achieve anything. So this is going to be in your hands of how this year turns out to be. One of the things, like I said, you need to do this year is control your aggression. Don't fight with people, don't scam people. But one of the things I'm going to tell you is work hard at that one goal and you're definitely going to achieve it. If you are going to have a personal year number 5, then you will have a combined influence of the fast moving and intelligent Mercury along with the action oriented Mars. Together they can be quite a complementary combination, because Mercury does all the strategizing and communication and Mars isn't afraid to take the necessary action required to keep moving ahead and fulfilling the goals. And it definitely moves ahead quite fast, because this year's events are going to be totally unpredictable, changeable, sudden, unexpected, and unusual. A number 5 year is at the midpoint of the 9-year cycle. So expect either a substantial change or a combination of some smaller changes in your life that will lead you to a whole new way of life for you. From here, you turn your life around by setting off in any direction that you think is best for you. So keep a very, very flexible attitude. Now, there can be plenty of opportunities this year, but it's up to you to pick and choose the correct one. The energy of Mars will want you to pursue all of them, running around here and there. But don't make that mistake or you will end up with nothing. Utilize the intelligence of Mercury and pick and choose wisely. And then you can use the Mars energy to take action and pursue that goal or your desire. It is the year of many changes. Some changes may happen on their own and some are ones that you initiate. So be prepared for anything. Expect the unexpected and embrace change rather than being scared of it. Understand that destiny is taking you on your next adventure. So steer your life well in that direction and just don't fight it. Let's see what else is in store for you. So keep listening to my predictions. If you're having a personal year number 5, then you're going to have the impact of Mars along with Mercury. Now, Mercury signifies intelligence, communication, the ability to understand things, and Mars is the planet of taking action. So when these two come together, they're very complementary energies. So that's why a personal year number 5 is very dynamic year. It's almost like having a year number 1 where you can start to do anything and basically achieve a lot of things. Personal year number 5 comes right in the middle of the 9-year cycle. So it's kind of the end of the first half of the 9-year cycle, and now you're beginning the second half of the 9-year cycle. So this is a year of change, transformation. It's very unpredictable and unexpected, and there's a variety of things that happen. And the reason for that is because Mercury is a very, very fast moving planet. It doesn't stay in one place for very long, and your life is going to be, or the theme of your life this year is going to be just that: unpredictable and very changeable. So don't get used to whatever's going on, because next minute it could change. So you can expect a change in your life that starts this year, and then that's going to be really lay the foundation for the next 4 or 5 years of your life until the end of the 9-year cycle. There's going to be lots of opportunities that could present themselves. These are business opportunities, these are opportunities for finance. But you need to recognize them and be very cautious about the choices you make, because Mercury is a fleety planet, meaning it's a fickle planet. So you could get a lot of opportunities that are very good, but there could be a lot of opportunities that are not going to be turned out to be that good. So you are going to have to be very wise about which one you pick. Don't just chase after everyone and then pick something that's really not that great. Picking the right opportunity is going to be based on your wisdom at this time. Also, you need to be very cautious with your communication this year, because Mercury does represent communication, and Mars has some aggression and anger associated with it. So when you put those two together, you could unknowingly have a very harsh or combative tone without even realizing that your tone or your communication has changed this year. Avoid getting into unnecessary arguments and discussions. Be very, very careful in the written in your written communication as well, in emails, in documents that you send out to others. Maybe you don't realize it, but people may sense that there's a change in the way you're addressing them, and your communication is coming on a little harsh. So maybe just check that a little as the year starts. Also, be very careful signing any legal or important contracts and paperwork, and make sure your work is very accurate. Sometimes when there's Mercury retrogrades that happen 3 times a year, you could make a lot of accuracy errors also, and your important contracts and paperwork could also have something wrong with them or errors in them. So check all documents thoroughly, especially important paperwork that you're signing this year. All careers related to Mercury, such as finance, banking, auditing, computer, media, social media, advertising, travel, logistics, and communication, are going to do really, really well. If you are trying to start anything on social media, then this is the time to do it. But be very, very cautious about what kind of content you put out. In fact, I started my YouTube channel in a number 5 year also. And I wasn't consciously doing it, it just happened like that. So, and don't reject change. Be very open to change. Be very flexible and adaptable to all the new changes that come about in your life. Understand that this year is going to be a year of physical transformation for you. So any bad health habits you get rid of, and you take on good health habits instead. Some of you might even want to go in for a makeover of sorts and get a new look. So take full advantage of this very powerful year and be very flexible and adaptable to all the changes. If you are going to have a personal year number 6, then you will have the combined influence of the planet of love and money, Venus, with the passionate energy of Mars. You probably had a very eventful year last year with a lot of changes in your life last year, which was a number 5 year. Now here comes a year where some things settle down and things move at a more relaxed speed. Last year, the focus could have been on career, business, finance. And this year, the focus moves to relationships. There will be a lot of activities related to family, home, and the people that you love. Make sure you get involved in fun and enjoyable activities with your family, friends, and loved ones this year. Make time for them. This could be a refreshing change from the hectic pace or the challenging pace of last year, and also provide some healing if you experienced some challenges last year. The vibrations of this year are favorable and powerful, so take full advantage of this year. Make sure you have a fun time, relaxed time, enjoy relationships this year. Keep listening for some more specific predictions for number 6 year. If you're having a personal year number 6, then you're going to be impacted by the planet Venus as well as Mars. So this year places the emphasis on relationships, love, and responsibility and healing. You have a sense of duty and priority towards your close relationships. Last year was the energy of 5, which means the energy of Mercury. Mercury is more business related, and last year was probably a very changeable year for you. This year, it's going to be a very stable year with the focus on relationships. This year offers a lot of time and opportunity for you to spend with your family, loved ones, and even friends. This year, there may be a lot of opportunity for you not only to spend a lot of fun times with relationships and people that you know, but there also may be times when you may have to shoulder some very important responsibilities this year as well. People may rely on you for emotional strength and help, as well as they may come to you for advice on how to move on in their lives as well. You need to be there for them this year. This is a year where you don't focus on your career as much as you focus on helping others and maintaining strong bonds and relationships with people, important people in your life. In fact, a number 6 year is known very specially for people to get married, for people to form new relationships, and even for people to find new partners in. This is a year when you maintain or even initiate new relationships. These relationships don't have to be love relationships, but they can also be relationships with friends. This is also the year where you can heal past relationships that may have undergone challenges in the past. So if you have a relationship that's not healed or has undergone some challenges in the past, this is the year where you can heal those relationships. But one of the things that you have to be aware of this year is due to the influence of Mars, there could be the tendency for you to get argumentative, combative, or start fights and arguments within relationships. You need to be very, very aware that you need to control that tendency. So make sure you don't start fights and arguments in relationships, rather nurture relationships. In fact, if you have had fights in the past, this is the time to heal them with understanding and patience. Now, Venus doesn't just rule relationships. Venus also rules finance, focusing on finance from an investment perspective, managing your financial situation, managing investments is also going to be very favorable for you this year. Some of you may buy a car this year, or some of you may invest in real estate. There is the possibility of both of those happening as well. Now, those individuals that are involved in the Venus type of professions, that could be fashion, glamour, textiles, they could be performing arts, they could be makeup artists, they could be fashion jewelry, clothing type of these are the type of professions that are Venus related professions, so they can do really, really well this year. It will be very favorable for you. One of the main significations could be that you try to take very positive steps toward maintaining positive health. So it could also be a physical transformation where you try to do something that makes you look better and feel better. So you get rid of bad health habits, but you also take on very good health habits, but mainly to look nicer, look beautiful. So a lot of you may have physical makeovers or a physical transformation of sorts. Now, those women that have experienced health issues with reproductive organs, they need, or are prone to it, need to take special care of that as well. In fact, if there's some women that are going through some blood issues, blood loss issues, then that could become a problem this year. And those women that are have been delaying some sort of females-related surgery might also end up having that surgery this year. If you're going to have a personal year number 7, then you will have a combined influence of the private and spiritual energy of the shadow planet Ketu, which is South Node, along with the aggressive and action-oriented vibration of Mars. Now, there is a big difference in the significations of these two numbers. So there may be a push and pull that goes on in your life this year. Your inner soul may want to try to get away from all the entanglements and distractions in life, but at the same time, Mars may keep pulling you back into the real world to take action on some unresolved issues or other annoying matters from the prior year, which was the number 6 year of relationships. Overall, a number 7 year denotes a desire for privacy and lack of interest in socialization. It's a year for personal introspection, so it's the perfect time to analyze, study, and perfect whatever you are interested or whatever makes you happy. This is the year to make your soul happy. This year also carries the element of suddenness, so be prepared for anything to occur and stay very flexible and adapt accordingly. Meditation is very helpful in a number 7 year because it diffuses the mental confusion and opens the mind to help understand yourself better and introspect better. Keep listening for specific details. If you're having the personal year number 7, then your impact will be by the South Node Ketu with the impact of Mars. Now, this is the year of the self, of privacy, of introspection. This is the year you withdraw into yourself so you can introspect regarding your own potential, desires, fulfillment, and joy. You won't feel like being with a lot of people, and you may find happiness in being by yourself, with yourself in solitude and privacy. You may withdraw from the social circle. You may not feel like going out with friends so much because you may feel like all of that material things, all of those things are a little shallow. You may find happiness with yourself because this is the time when you're going to introspect and figure out what your own desires are. This is the time or the year of the soul where you go deep into yourself, where you analyze and you understand things about yourself that you haven't had a chance to either ever before or not like this before. This is not the year that you chase after too many material desires either. Otherwise, it could be a very, very disappointing year for you. This is the year for spirituality. And I don't mean going to religious places or anything like that, but this is the year where you give up materiality. You take on a very simple life with simple desires. Don't chase material desires. In fact, take on the attitude of letting destiny take its own course. And that's when you're going to find peace and of course, a lot of joy. Once you let destiny take its course, then happiness will flow towards you. And of course, then at that time also, materiality and things that you have desired may flow automatically to you. So this is the year that is not in your control. Just let destiny take control over yourself. This is also the year of suddenness. Things may happen so suddenly and out of your control that you have no choice but to let destiny take control. You may have an intense desire in spirituality or religious faith, and you may want to start learning about it or start following a spiritual guru. A chance of traveling to a foreign country is very high, and especially for spiritual reasons, definitely is very high. And if you get the chance to do that, by all means do that, because it's going to be a life-altering experience for you. Some of you may even relocate and purchase a home. But don't take any impulsive decisions or actions. There is a chance that you may regret it later. Get the help or advice of someone you trust and respect prior to making big life decisions. My guidance is to not make any life-altering decisions this year, either in your career or with relationships, because this is a very different kind of year where you may not be in your normal self. You may be so taken in with this whole Ketu or South Node impact that you may be very detached from others, and so your decisions may not be the best. So my guidance is not to take any life-altering decisions this year and maybe hold off until next year. Health is going to be impacted due to infections and inflammation this year. Be very careful about your food and dietary habits because it may give you digestive or bowel-related problems. And especially one thing, that if you have been putting off any required surgeries in the past year, this is the year that you may schedule it. Maintain a very good relationship with your maternal grandparents. That's who Ketu represents. Sometimes the number 7 year can also have separations in your relationships, separations from your home, separations from your career. So don't be too worried about it. It just happens sometimes, not always, but I just wanted to mention it. And like I said, this is a year for spirituality. You may start to practice yoga or meditation this year, and that's going to get very miraculous results for you. If you're going to have a personal year number 8, then you will have a combined influence of the 2 enemy planets, Saturn and Mars. Saturn wants you to slow down, be cautious, and think about things before moving forward. And Mars prefers to move forward with action at a fast speed and think of the consequences later. Last year, you probably introspected, and now you are ready to move forward because last year You had a number 7 year of introspection. So now you're ready to move forward with determination and action. There is no doubt that this year is going to be one of hard work, discipline, and determination. You need to make sure you have a plan of action ready at the beginning of the year. Otherwise, you can get pulled into several different directions of all the things you want to achieve, and that get very overwhelmed. Career and profession becomes the focus this year, and you want to do everything you can to achieve growth, expansion, and success. This can also be the year that you get the rewards of your past efforts. Stay helpful to the individuals that work for you and those that serve you or are less fortunate than you in any way. This is the magic remedy and the key to your good luck this year. You might have some obstacles in the middle of the year, but don't let that bother you. Just keep your effort going and you can expect expansion and growth in response to your hard work. Keep listening for specific details. If you're having the personal year number 8, then you're going to be impacted by the planet Saturn with an impact of Mars. Now you need to know that Saturn and Mars are enemy planets. They don't get along well. So normally a personal year number 8 is impacted by Saturn, and Saturn rules your career. So normally a personal year number 8 is going to be very career focused and very hardworking, very determined to achieve your career and professional goals. But this year, there's going to be some obstacles because of the impact of its enemy planet Mars. So there's no doubt that this personal year number 8 is going to be filled with hard work, discipline, power, achievement, status, and personal power. That's going to be the focus. And also normally Saturn works slowly. So normally in a personal year number 8, you see the results of all this hard work much later in the year. But this year, because the planet Mars is involved and the energy of Mars is to take action very quickly, you may start to see the results of your effort much sooner in the year. Now, my only guidance is that Mars is a little impulsive in nature. So as you put your effort and you work hard at your career to achieve the goals, don't take impulsive action or rash decisions. Make sure you think through things carefully and you follow your action plan or to achieve your goals. So don't get drawn into the Mars way of doing things, which is just rushing through things. Make sure you think through things. Make sure you do the due diligence to achieve your goals. The personal year number 8 is so powerful, and it can give you everything that you've always desired. It can give you all the goals that you've ever desired. So you should not waste this precious year. Make sure that you have your fixed goals in your career and profession, and you have an action plan, which Mars will help you make an action plan very quickly. And my guidance to you is don't rush through those action steps. In fact, you should cautiously and carefully move forward. Make sure that you don't make any errors. Make sure you do it the right way the first time. And you move forward, and you are definitely going to accomplish your goals this year, because normally a personal year number 8 is the most powerful year of all the 9 years, because it gets all your goals accomplished. You get the result of the karma that you have been doing for the last 7 years. So even though Saturn does sometimes give obstacles and delays, this time, because of the power and energy of Mars, you may actually just plow through those obstacles and delays and just kind of force your way through them and overcome them very easily. So there's going to be a very good year for you if you are going to have a personal year number 8. Make sure you have a good action plan to achieve what you want to achieve. This year, there will be a lot of competition that you're going to have to deal with in your career and profession in the workplace. So be well equipped to deal with it in terms of expertise, hard work, and determination. And above all, don't underestimate competitors. Career will be the focus, like I said. So remember to take care of your career. But at the same time, remember to take very good care of your health as well this year. Maintain a good physical exercise routine. Don't let the stress and pressure and the hard work neglect your health. If you are prone to body aches and pains, especially in the legs and feet, then the physical exercise or daily walk can be very beneficial. And my last piece of guidance is to watch your relationships. Don't get into angry discussions, arguments, and fights, because Mars does bring on that tendency. Make sure you manage your relationships, especially in the workplace, really very, very well. And also your communication should be very cordial, professional at all times. Otherwise, the growth that I'm talking about will not happen or will not occur for you. So make sure you manage relationships very well. If you're going to have a personal year number 9, then you will have the double influence of the fiery, aggressive fighter and action-oriented Mars. This is the final year of this 9-year cycle, so it carries the energy of finality and closure. Last year was a very hardworking number 8 year for you, and now this year you tie up all the loose ends and complete what is still pending from last year. Mars also signifies your physical body, so the focus would be on your health and taking very good care of your body. So this is primarily the year you rush to complete things that have been dragging on for a long time, especially since last year. You are now quite tired from last year's unfinished matters or those that have been lingering on, and now you lose your patience and you just want finalization of these matters. This year you complete your tasks fast with lots of energy. It's a very good year to put an end to all those things in our life that either don't have any use or those that have lost their meaning in our lives. These could be jobs, it could be relationships, or even be homes that don't give us happiness anymore. Don't hang on to anything that is holding you back from progressing further in your life. Don't forget that 2026 will be the start of a new cycle for you. So you will want to go into that with a clean slate and start new beginnings. Use this year to remove all those things in your life that no longer hold any value or give you happiness. So this is the year when people do a lot of cleaning and getting rid of old stuff too. I've seen that in the year number 9, people close out closets, they clean out closets and get rid of all the things that they don't need anymore. People clean out their homes, get rid of all the stuff, the clutter in their homes too. So this is a very good year to get rid of things that, like I said, don't mean anything anymore, and they're just cluttering up either your life or your home or your closets. Stay tuned for more details and predictions. If you have a personal year number 9, then you're going to have a very double impact or energy of the planet Mars. Now, this is the last year of the 9-year cycle, so it has an element of finality or conclusion. You might feel towards the end of the year, especially, that things are coming to an end. Now, during the year, you're going to have a tendency to kind of wrap up all the unfinished matters from the past years and finalize them. This is not the year where you start anything new. I'm not saying that you can't plan for anything, but this is just not the time to start it. So you could probably make a plan for what you want to do this next year when it's going to be a year number 1, but definitely don't start it this year. This year, you also focus on your health because Mars does represent the physical body. And this is what you're probably going to do mostly, is get rid of all the bad health habits that you have been practicing. The focus on health is going to be very much this year. So you think of all the bad health habits that you have and you decide that you're going to get rid of them and take on some good health habits. But I think most of the things that are going to happen is getting rid of the bad health habits as opposed to taking on new good health habits. So this is going to be health is going to be a very big focus. In the personal year number 9, there's usually a lot of separation from people and places because things are coming to an end. The 9-year cycle is coming to an end. So everything that was attached to this 9-year cycle, things that are temporary, of course, may be coming to an end. You may think about changing your job. You may think about moving away and going away somewhere else. So those kind of things are happening. One of the things that you should do, or my guidance, is avoid the tendency to get frustrated or irritated with matters as they come to a close and there's endings. There could be some irritation with it or frustration with this, and there's the impact of Mars may give you a bit of a temper and aggression arguments with others at home or in the workplace, and your attitude may become a little rigid and inflexible, leading to, like I said, misunderstandings and arguments. So control that tendency. That's not obviously going to go well. You will work very hard in a very disciplined manner. You're going to have a strong work ethic and be given lots of responsibility that you fulfill with good energy and courage. But there's also going to be some obstacles that come up because of your own tendency to not be able to let go of things. So make sure that whatever is trying to let go, let it go, and don't get frustrated or try to hang on to things that are probably trying to move away from you. Now, there's also the chance there's relocation of sorts. Mars does represent real estate, so there could be relocation. You could either sell or purchase some sort of real estate. The relationship with your brother is going to be a focus. Mars represents our brothers, very close friends and neighbors. So make sure you manage and maintain those relationships at a very positive level. Avoid arguments and fights with them. Mars is also the significator of accidents and injuries, small injuries, so there's no need to panic. But be cautious while you're driving, be cautious operating machinery and stuff like that. And for those people that have been postponing any kind of injury in the last few years, this is the year you probably have to undergo it. And also there may be some aches and pains in your knees this year. So this is going to be a tough year. I think it's a tough year because, sometimes we don't like endings. We feel we want to hang on to things, but this is the year of finality and closure. So be adaptable, be flexible, and accept that. This is actually a very good year to get rid of things that no longer mean anything to you or have lost their meaning in your life. It could mean small things like old clothes that don't fit you or are too old, or a bad job that doesn't work out for you anymore, or even relationships that no longer provide you happiness. With this, I come to the end of my video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope I've been able to give you good guidance on how you can best utilize the energy of 2025 to your advantage. I will see you on my next video. Goodbye for now.